There's the Dundee United line-up with Jim McInally past fit to face his old club, and no doubt he and his teammates feel they owe it to themselves and their fans to atone for 2 defeats at the hands of Celtic already this season. And one man United will be looking to for inspiration is Argentinian international striker Victor Ferreira, who faces Celtic for the first time, having missed the last meeting because of injury. He's managed 3 goals from 7 starts. Another player Celtic will have to watch carefully is Duncan Ferguson, who scored against them in the last match here at Tannadice. Ferguson can be tricky on the ground and carries an immense threat in the air. Celtic manager Liam Brady has lost just about his entire defence because of injury and suspension, and the pack has been well shuffled. Brady's first match as Parkhead boss was here back in August, when his team won a thrilling game 4-3. He'd no doubt settle for that again. Well, this is shaping as the first major test for goalkeeper Gordon Marshall, who plays his 4th consecutive game since taking over from Pat Bonner. He's managed 3 shutouts against Airdrie, Dunfermline and Hibs, but today should be a real test of his mettle. And while Marshall tries to keep United at bay, Charlie Nicholas is chasing the 2 goals, which will see him join an elite band of players who've scored 100 goals in the Premier Division. Charlie scored his 100th goal in all competitions for Celtic against United at Parkhead in October. The referee is Joe Timmins from Musselburgh. Well, an unusual sight here this afternoon. The covered enclosure has been demolished. It means the crowd is down to about 11,500. Dundee United refurbishing Tannadice. So Ferreira and Jackson get the 67th Premier League game between these sides underway. Celtic have won 29, United 21, and 16 of the matches have been drawn. The first meeting, in fact, way back in September 1975, when goals by Kenny Dalglish and Roddy MacDonald gave Celtic a 2-1 win at Parkhead. Graham Payne scored for United. Well, this season has seen 12 goals from the 2 fixtures. Traditionally, it does produce a lot of goals. And here's Charlie Nicholas in possession. Nicholas trying the shot there, but no real power in it to worry Guido van de Kamp. Nicholas obviously in goal-hungry mood. He's already scored 3 against United this season. So Celtic's makeshift defence is watching carefully there as the ball goes back to Gordon Marshall. Chris Morris back in the side this afternoon. He was a substitute against Airdrie a couple of weeks ago. John Clark conceding the throw-in to Celtic. Charlie Nicholas. Switching the play to Paul McStay, gets it onto his right foot. Not a bad effort from the Celtic captain. Paul McStay has 3 goals to his credit. This is his 14th game in succession this afternoon. He missed the beginning of the season because of injury. It was Nicholas switching the ball into his path. He had a look up and blasted the ball forward, and it had Van de Kamp scrambling across his goal. Ferreira fouled by White. Free kick quickly taken. It's Van der Hoorn. Long ball looking for the head of Duncan Ferguson. He gets the touch. The first time shot. Well, an excellent effort by Billy McKinlay, and that certainly had Gordon Marshall right across his goal. Good build-up. It was a long ball from Van der Hoorn onto the head of Ferguson. He knocked it into the path of McKinlay, and the first-time shot just past the post. Fine effort. Charlie Nicholas, through for Coyne, who's onside. Chance on for Tommy Coyne. Good save by Guido van de Kamp. Well, that was excellent goalkeeping. Tommy Coyne racing clear in goal. He was certainly onside. The United defenders looking out towards the linesman, but he had been played onside. Well, Guido van de Kamp, some excellent work there. Just £40,000 it cost from Nijmegen. no offside flag. Tommy Coyne, another chance on. A fine save again by Van de Kamp, and it's cleared upfield by Brian Welsh. Still Celtic attempting to keep on the pressure. Darren Jackson now stepping in for Dundee United. To John Clark. One forward for Duncan Ferguson. Derek White's with him, so too is John Collins. He does well to retain possession. Now it's McKinnon. Ferguson again. Back to McKinnon. McKinlay flipping it forward, but out of play for the goal kick to Celtic. Darren Jackson for United. He's fouled by John Collins. McAnally and Clark over the ball. Marshall organising the defence. So it's Van der Hoorn driving it forwards. And an excellent save by Gordon Marshall. Well, Freddie Van der Hoorn still looking for his first goal of the season. It looked as though John Clark might hit it. He can certainly whack them from that range. And then it was the Dutchman who fired it right through the defensive wall. And that was an excellent save by Gordon Marshall. Well, Pereira taking a dive there. The referee is not fooled by it. The ball's played through to Tommy Coyne. Charlie Nicholas. That's O'Neill inside the penalty area. Coyne playing it forward. Charlie Nicholas with the snapshot. Good play by Celtic. Good build-up. Good passing movement. Charlie Nicholas always at the heart of it. Sending the ball through there to Brian O'Neill. And there was Coyne into the path of Nicholas. The first time shot just inches away. Darren Jackson finding Billy McKinlay. United with plenty of players forward. Good chip by McKinlay. Well read by Gordon Marshall. Excellent build-up by Dundee United, and some inventive play by Billy McKinlay, stepping away from John Collins, and that might just have caught the goalkeeper had he not been alert. Jackson stepping in for United to Ferguson. Good challenge though by McNally. And ball forward for Cascarino. Right across the face of goal, and Tommy Coyne, another chance for the Celtic striker. Well, he might easily have had a hat-trick in this first half. This was good play by Cascarino looking up. He saw Coyne coming in at the far side. He wasn't picked up by the United defence. Jim McAnally. McKinlay. Well, no free kicks as the referees. He was challenged by John Collins. That's rough justice for Dundee United. He seemed to have beaten the Celtic player and was taken down. But now Celtic on the counter-attack. It's Collins. Headed away by Welsh. Only as far as Nicholas. Paul McStay. Collins to Morris. Tommy Coyne back to Chris Morris. A chance on for Celtic. And the ball goes off the post into the back of the net. 40 minutes gone. And Chris Morris gets his first goal of the season. This was a happy hunting ground for him. I remember him scoring a terrific goal here a couple of seasons ago. Well, it was delightful play between himself and Tommy Coyne. And he raced clear into the penalty area. The ball clipping the post before going into the net. So Dundee United 0, Celtic 1. It's Darren Jackson for United, the chance on for Duncan Ferguson. The ball going behind, the referee giving the corner kick. Gordon Marshall was diving away to his left. Well, what a chance there for United to get back on level terms. A break forward by United, almost catching Celtic. Ferguson's shot. Well, it didn't appear as though Marshall got a hand to the ball. The corner awarded. And there goes the half-time whistle. The Celtic fans there in the background quite delighted. Certainly chances falling to both teams in the first half. The half-time score here at Tannadice, Dundee United 0, Celtic 1. The second half underway. And there's been a substitution by Dundee United. 18-year-old Andy McLaren coming in for Victor Ferreira, who was booked just before half-time. Recently signed from Rangers Amateur Boys Club. Good play again by McLaren. And Celtic will have to pay some particular attention to him. That was Paul McStay making the challenge. So a bit more urgency about United's play in this opening stage. And McLaren again fouled. John Collins the culprit. Again it's McKinlay to take it. Right across the face of goal. Welsh is in there. Brian Welsh. Well, he started just his second game of the season this afternoon. And he sends the header into the back of the net. 48 minutes gone. United grab the equaliser. It was Billy McKinlay's free kick after McLaren had been fouled by Collins. Marshall hesitating there, and a powerful header into the back of the net. So what an afternoon for Brian Welsh, just like Chris Morris, having to battle his way back into the side. It's now Dundee United 1, Celtic 1. Nicholas sending the ball through, but the offside flag goes up against Tommy Coyne. Marshall going for it, he's lost it. And the ball dipping behind for the corner kick. Well, it's a different story in the early stages of the second half. Marshall committing himself for the ball. Duncan Ferguson was up there as well. And as it broke away there from McNally, the chance falling to United. The header goes in. That was Billy McKinlay. It was headed off the line there by John Collins. United have it again though. Well taken by Gordon Marshall. Well, McKinlay coming very close to giving United the lead. Well pass, climbing for it and conceding the free kick for his challenge on Brian O'Neill. McNally's free kick headed on by Cascarino. United defence at full stretch. Paul McStay getting in the cross, a good one too. And the ball ricochets off Tommy Coyne into the hands of Guido van de Kamp. So excellent play by Paul McStay taking on Jim McInally, firing in an excellent cross. And the ball headed on there by Tommy Coyne. McLaren again being pursued by Collins. He's got support from Bowman. Disappointing cross.
McStay stepping in for Celtic. Well, an incident off the ball. Bowman involved there, I think, with Fulton. So Fulton being spoken to by the referee, and the yellow card shown. And Dave Bowman, the United substitute, being called over. He now pleads his case. Moving forward there, the referee wants to speak to the player on his own, and the yellow card shown again. So that's 4 bookings in this match: Ferreira and Bowman of Dundee United, O'Neill and Fulton of Celtic. And the match restarts with a free kick to Celtic. Cascarino getting the touch on. Van der Hoorn makes the challenge, and Nicholas, and Celtic have the throw-in. Nicholas, Coyne getting the touch, O'Neill off the face of the ball. Well, it was brilliantly struck by Brian O'Neill, but now United counter-attacking. Derek White heading clear. And a small pass taken out of the play by Brian O'Neill. Well, he better be careful, having already been booked. Well, a small pass, in fairness to him, made nothing of it. McLaren sending the ball out of play for the throw-in to Celtic. Dundee United have placed balls all around the trackside today, as every time they get into that enclosure where work's going on, it just takes too long to retrieve it. At least some flow has been kept to the game. Free kick against Ryan Walsh. So a chance perhaps for Celtic to do something here. Guido van de Kamp organising the defensive wall. Driven forward by Nicholas, it breaks to Collins. Here's Paul McStay. Wonderful save by Guido van de Kamp. It was a tremendous strike by the Celtic captain. And just listen to the Celtic fans. Nicholas's shot was blocked by the defensive wall. It broke to John Collins, and then it was McStay with a terrific effort. And just look at that for a save. Magnificent. Here comes the ball again. Malpass getting the nearest touch to it. And complete miskick there by McNally. Billy McKinlay for United. McNally sending the ball out of play for the throw-in. It's Bowman, and looking for the head of Duncan Ferguson. Marshall committing himself. Malpass with the shot there, but it's blocked by Derek White. And what a chance for United. Both sides having chances in these closing stages. Now it's Celtic on the break. Charlie Nicholas. Joe Miller's on the far side of the box, screaming for the ball. Still Nicholas. Great play by Charlie Nicholas. Cascarino's in there. John Collins just keeping the ball in play. Perhaps another chance here for McStay. No, it just falls behind him. Picked up now by Joe Miller. And well held by the goalkeeper. The flag, in fact, had gone up. So we're now into injury time. The ball runs out of play for the throw-in to Dundee United. Headed forward by Clark. Looks now into the path of Charlie Nicholas. Joe Miller racing clear. Well, I remember him scoring a dramatic winner here a few years ago. This time he just misses. Well, Maurice Malpass chasing all the way. What a chance for Joe Miller to wrap up the points for Celtic. Malpass chasing him all the way, and the ball just wide of target. There goes the final whistle. So a hard-fought match. Celtic will be delighted with the point. The final score here at Tannadice: Dundee United 1, Celtic 1. Well, Brian, it was a good day all round for the comeback men. A goal for Chris Morris and a goal for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. And just good to be back and good to get a goal.
You were out of the side for a long, long time because of injury.
Yeah, well, I picked up another injury against Airdrie a couple of weeks ago. Before that, I'd been injured in Maurice Malpass testimonial, and I've managed 6 or 7 reserve games all season, so it's just good to be back.
And you're encouraged, obviously, to get forward for all the set pieces.
Yeah, well, I'm always encouraged. I take a bit of ribbon. I've not scored many goals for set pieces, but it's just good to get a goal today.
Well, Chris, a great way to come back into the team, scoring a goal.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I've had a full match in the first team, so it's nice to get back and score a goal like that. I'm quite happy.
Now, you came here today with quite a number of players missing. I suppose you're happy with a point, although you did have chances to clinch the game.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, at the start of the season, if you say you would take three out of 4 points at Tannadice, you'd be pleased with that. So to say we had to shuffle around and make a few changes, it shows well for the spirit of the boys. And I suppose, really, it was a good point for us in the end.
Gordon, I must say I enjoyed the game. Both teams attempted to play good football throughout.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. It was open attacking football, and as you said there, I mean, the atmosphere never helped, obviously, with that enclosure being down at the other side, but it didn't seem to upset the players, and I thought it was a smashing match, and I thought possibly at the end of the day Celtic created the better chances and were unfortunate not to take 2 points back to Glasgow.
Now, Chris Morris, as we heard there, has had to fight his way back into the team because of the form of Mark McNally, but he looked fairly comfortable and enjoyed that central role.
Yeah, I think yesterday Liam Brady would have been a worried man, with, you know, Galloway, Gillespie, Mowbray going up to Tannadice without those 3 defenders, but he slotted into an unaccustomed role for him, and he played with a great deal of composure in that position, always made himself available, knocked a few passes about and slotted in nicely alongside Derek White. And this is a smashing tackle here for a defender when you've got a forward running at you in a situation like this. And as I said, Derek White handled the threat of Duncan Ferguson very well yesterday, and it was a really good solid performance. Young Mark McNally, this is a terrific goal, build up for the back. I love a little 1-2 and a nice little chip over the goalkeeper. Young Mark McNally as well, getting some smashing tackles in the right back position. And of course he's been keeping Chris Morris out. It gives Liam Brady other options now.
Now, Charlie Nicholas has another birthday coming up, his 30th. It shouldn't worry a player of his talent. He's still got a wonderful touch about him, has Charlie, hasn't he?
Yeah, when Charlie Nicholas is playing in a game, I always look forward to seeing Charlie, and he's been a very popular player at every club that he's played with, and it's easy to see why. I mean, he does things with the ball that just ordinary players can't do. Picking it up in quite a lot of deep positions yesterday, and I think Charlie Nicholas will be, with the right players round about him, could slot in very comfortably into a midfield role. And there's always a chance. I mean, there's a lot to play for players this season with Sweden coming up and the European Championship. And if Charlie Nicholas keeps scoring goals, and this was a great little move yesterday, if he keeps scoring goals and playing the way he is, well, who knows, he might make the squad to Sweden. This is him picking the ball up on the left, and it's, as I say, this is a nightmare for defenders. Somebody with such good control as Charlie Nicholas running at you, and it was a little bit of recovery tackle at the end by Billy McKinlay stopped Charlie Nicholas getting what would have been a terrific goal.
Now, that was our second look at Guido van de Kamp, the Dundee United goalkeeper. Only £40,000 he cost from Nijmegen. Always spectacular to watch in action.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of foreign goalkeepers seem to be cropping up in British football now. This is Dundee United getting caught square. They got caught square a few times at the back yesterday. Tommy Coyne's, maybe his control let him down there initially, but it was still good goalkeeping. And as I said, there was a lot of foreign goalkeepers in British football now. Manchester United, Spurs, of course Theo Snelders at Aberdeen, something that there hasn't been in the past. And he pulled off some smashing saves yesterday. This was a great shot for Paul McStay that he pulls off a smashing save, and he denied Tommy Coyne once or twice yesterday as well. Good angle from it. I mean, that's a terrific save.
Now, United couldn't get in behind Celtic until Andy McLaren came on, and his contribution certainly turned United around.
Yeah, well, I seen in the programme yesterday before the game that Jim McLean was saying he was finding it difficult to get successful wide players. Well, this lad came on at half-time, started picking the ball up and running at the Celtic defence, taking on the full-backs, although it helped because they never really played with a left-back as such yesterday. It ended up John Collins was in that position quite a lot. And he nearly swung the game Dundee United's way. And in fact, the goal that they scored came from a free kick when somebody chopped him down. And he might be the answer to Jim McLean's problems. But full marks to Liam Brady, spotted the danger, brought on young Barry Smith and put him man-to-man on McLaren, and that tightened things up a bit.
Now, there was an incident between Clark and Nicholas, and the Celtic fans were howling for a penalty, but Charlie wasn't exactly an innocent party if we look at this again.
No, I think it was a... You see it here, Cascarina's made the run, and Charlie tries to get in front of John Clark, and John Clark clicks his heels. I mean, it was outside the box as it happens anyway, and even if the referee, you see it here, Charlie lifts his arm a bit, and then John Clark just clicks his heel, but it was outside the box anyway, and I think the referee would have waved play on and played the advantage rule there anyway, because Tony Cascarina was in a good situation for getting a ball into the box.
I must say I was disappointed in the temperament of Victor Ferreira. I think we were looking forward to that, Gordon, but we'll maybe get another chance to look at him in the future. For the moment.